All right, folks, we're back. Hi, how are you? I am BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. Now, a couple quick things. I want to go back to this is something, and I'm telling you, if you look at the new, you know, the new, I have it here really quick. Won't take but a minute. Number 19. I won't get stuck on this one. 19. Miguel Cardona, the new education secretary. They will back this nationwide. Go to number 17. There's a reason why. See, he was confirmed Monday. Monday, he was confirmed, right? It is Thursday. He was confirmed earlier this week. I did find this in my tabs here. And New Jersey, you see that? Okay. On Monday, see, Phil Murphy, these liberal left, okay, these liberal left governors, these liberal left teachers, the teachers' unions, these liberal left mayors, it doesn't matter who they are, all across this country, they have been waiting for a guy like this, Joe Biden, to get into office so they can move their agenda and finish off erasing all memory, all of our history, okay? On Monday, Governor Phil Murphy of New Jersey signed a bill aimed at schooling 5-year-olds in New Jersey. The subject is diversity and inclusion. According to the new law, children in every grade, along with kindergartners. Now we can't get the kids back in the classroom, okay? It's disgusting. Across the state's public education system will be given lessons about life. Why are lessons about life? When are parents going to step up and take lessons about life back from these damn people? When are you? I mean, when I read across the state's public education system will be given lessons about life to kindergartners. I got it. The instruction opposed by several Republicans, oh, that's great, will promote diversity, equity, inclusion, tolerance, and belonging in connection with gender and sexual orientation, race, ethnicity, disabilities, and religious tolerance. As reported by NewJersey.com, it also directs schools to examine the impact that unconscious bias and economic disparities have at both an individual level and on society as a whole. Sponsors the bill, including Democrats Carol Murphy and Anthony Varela, can champion respects next step. Okay, the next step is to promote diversity, tolerance, and respect for all. Okay, so anyhow, really quick, when are you going to take lessons about life back from these communists? This is definitely using our schools as communist propaganda, communist training grounds. That's it. We're not sending our kids to school. We're sending them to communist training camps is what we're doing. Whether you can laugh at me all day long, because here's the thing. Why is this one of all things get to me? Because I'm going to break it to you. Kindergarten through 6th grade, right? They're going to teach this through 12th grade. And I'm thinking about New Jersey. In our 1st grade class in Mansfield Township, New Jersey, Whether you like it or not, Georgia, that's where I attended school. Look it up. Mansfield Township, New Jersey, right outside of Hackettstown, New Jersey. 07840 is the zip code. M&M Mars. All of my neighbors, the kids, right, mom and dad's, a bunch of them worked at M&M Mars in Hackettstown, New Jersey. All that above. In the first grade in New Jersey, while they're teaching this, I was taught an NRA class. Yes, in New Jersey. We got a little 6 or 7 page pamphlet from the NRA. Our first grade teacher, we did a 2 or 3 day or a week long, about 10 minutes every day, somewhere throughout the day. We got our little pamphlet out and we did our questions and answers, and we did a little training on gun safety, right? Maybe that's why my generation is not going around shooting everybody up. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But anyhow, but we got a gun safety, okay? And at the end of the course, on the last day, our local little chief of police there in our little town, the little chief of police in that town came in, brought a gun, showed it to all of us kids, how dangerous it is, how it's used, how it should be used properly, how you should clean it, put it back together. And when we got done and we had our safety course, we all got our little honorary patch from the NRA. Oh, yeah, well, that was indoctrinating is what you're going to call it, but it was gun safety, okay? And I think, what the hell? On that day, we're learning gun safety. It was a couple years ago. Now they're teaching the kids what? Just saying. So moving right along. I mean, what are we going to do? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to do something about it or just keep going? All right. Yesterday, give me this. So Stacey Abrams in fair fight. I want to know what you're going to do about this. All right. Give me number 5. So Georgia House Speaker, we played the tape yesterday, right? We played the tape yesterday about, and we've got several other articles we're going to go through. We played the tape yesterday about, Stacey Abrams and an identification. Oh, it was too hard to get and it was too costly. Remember yesterday, Stacey Abrams, right? I played the tape, said the documents, it was too costly. Some poor people in Georgia could not secure the proper documents to vote. It was just too costly for them. Well, House Speaker David Ralston in Georgia said, all right, I will fix that for you, because we will have photo ID for voting. You will have a legal Georgia State photo identification to vote. So, House Speaker, this comes from the AJC, House Speaker David Ralston announced in Georgia a plan Wednesday to offer free Georgia ID cards that could be used for voting, opening bank accounts, traveling on airlines. Because the thing is, that's kind of a little bit of a play there on their crying about the identification. Because if you open a bank account, you have identification. And if you travel on a plane, you have identification, okay? The ID cards would help voters comply with the absentee voting identification requirement included in election overhaul legislation that passed the House on Monday under HB 531. Voters requesting an absentee ballot would need to provide a driver's license number, a state ID number, or a copy of other identification documents. Ralston said, I am committed to eliminating barriers to voting for all illegal, back up. I am committed to eliminating any barriers, because you remember, here's the reason I picked this out is because all you hear is Republicans doing everything to stop voters, to put barriers in place, right? And that's not the interest whatsoever of a Republican, just that you legally vote. Legally vote. That's it. So Ralston said, "Hey, I want to do what we can do to get the barriers out of the way. If you feel this is a barrier, we're going to get it out of the way. I am committed to eliminating barriers to voting for all legal eligible Georgians. This is just another effort to make our elections more secure and accessible," Ralston, a Republican from Blue Ridge, said during a press conference at the Capitol. Other state officials said a new ID card isn't necessary. Free voter identification cards issued by the Department of Driver's License Services already include security features that comply with federal government real ID standards. But all Ralston is saying is, look, you're going to have an identification, and I will take the barrier out of the way. So, hey, I'll give you a free ID card. Boom. What do you want to say now, Stacey Abrams? What are you going to say now, Fair Fight? The only thing I want to add on to this, and then we're going to take another quick break, is Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you, because what did I tell you? Let's show our appreciation if it's due. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for offering that. Standing your ground on 531. I want to thank you for taking the time out to talk to citizens when they come to speak to you. Okay? But I want to ask you, and I'm asking nicely, to pass HB 228. Folks, I want you to call Georgia House Speaker David Ralston. Tell him you appreciate this. Tell him you appreciate 530. Why am I losing my 531? Call his office and say, Mr. Speaker, we appreciate you passing House Bill 531. If you feel it should have went further, you could say that, but at least say you appreciate staying the course, passing House Bill 531. I appreciate you taking the barriers out of the way. So Stacey Abrams and Fair Fight, they can say what they want. It's not a poll tax. Everybody will have an identification to vote. We appreciate that. But I'm asking you to bring HB 228, okay, HB 228 to the floor for a vote. HB 228 would change a driver's license for a limited term driver's license for people with green cards and such that are not U.S. citizens. And it would just add at the top, it would just add the words bearer, not a U.S. citizen, not voter ID. 228, Mr. Speaker, bring it to the floor for a vote. That's all I'm asking. Bring it to the floor for a vote. But we also want to say thank you for some of the good legislation that is coming out of this session. Take a break. We'll be right back.